All right. Good morning, my people. I think is this a good one?
Yes, it's good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Today is September the 4th of 2021. I actually have to look at the calendar to make sure that my dates are not off. Or my date is not off. All right. So thank you for joining us. As usual, we are here to talk to our people. Last week, you saw what our the Yoruba Nation is doing under Ninas. We are so excited for our brothers and sisters and looking forward to the Million Man Match. So hopefully, every one of us will endeavor to show up and show out. This is for us. Again, like we keep saying on this show, for the first time in our lifetime, we are doing something tangible to help ourselves. We are not waiting for Professor Mishinketa to be speaking for us and all these other professors all over the place speaking all along, because that's what we all thought. We thought we had all these people from Harvard and Cambridge and this, and they can speak English, they can handle our businesses, and we will not be where we are, not knowing that when they get there, they take their own cut and go home and then come and speak more English for us. After how many years, we are still in the same dire situation. So thank God for men and women that are up to the challenge, that are showing out and showing up so that we can ensure that our children will not face the same fate. So we thank you. We welcome you guys to the show. And my name is Mona Saga, and I'm here in the Houston area, Texas. So I will have my sister introduce herself.
Thank you very much, Sister Mona. Thank you, our viewers. We appreciate you. We appreciate what you're doing. My name is Dr. Ekwi Simon Okube, Lexington, Kentucky. Please share, like,
Yes.
subscribe. We
Yes.
appreciate what you're doing. This work is going round. People are calling to ask questions, to be part of, like, what can we do? So we appreciate what you're doing. We want to give you food for thought as we move. Hope is the confident expectation of that which was promised. We have been called to be a beacon and convoy of hope to our neighbors, family, and friends. In this critical time, we encourage our followers to become a people that create hope, a source of encouragement to others by acquiring the right kind of information. And together, we will create the type of society we desire and we have always wanted. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you, sister. Of course, we will create a kind of nation that we've always wanted. We are nation builders. We go everywhere and we make it happen. So it's about time that we get our own, go back to our own great Igbo nation, Yoruba nation, whatever nation that you may find yourself, and just get it going, because we are not working for other people anymore. We want to do for ourselves. So, as our topic says, strategic takeover of Nigeria by terrorists. Strategic takeover of Nigeria by terrorists. We are watching this. I don't know, audience, if you all can hear me. I feel like my voice is slow. I can't even hear my own self. Sisepi, can you hear me?
We check.
Yeah? Okay. Well, nobody is complaining, so hopefully they can
Yeah,
hear me. Huh?
I think you're loud enough.
All right. So yeah, so we are watching all of this happen in our lifetime. A lifetime, we are seeing all this things on TV. We are hearing this on the news. We even heard Boko Haram one time say they're going to keep one of our sisters, Leah Sharibu, slave for life, all under our watch. And on October 16th of 2018, as we read those words, we thought that, yeah, not me. This will never happen. But to our surprise, for those of us that, of course, that are awake and sober, we were um, watching this go down, this nightmare become a reality to a whole lot of us. And as we are speaking right now, terror is everywhere. Not only on in the entire north, but also all over, even to the entire southern Nigeria. Kidnapping, ransom payment, of course, now is the business of the day. Is their new venture. and a source of livelihood for those who think that we do not deserve to be alive, and they find it a duty of faith to mercilessly kill others in the name of their God, religion, and belief. And we watch and keep thinking, oh, it's not going to be us, it's not going to be us. And they are coming towards our land. Or should I say, they're already in our land. As we watch the US counterinsurgency initiative collapse and poor Afghans thrown into hell, we can only pray that we are not next. I don't know how long we can do that praying though. Already there are multiple reports of human rights abuse and bloodshed as Taliban militants go from house to house looking for Christians and non-Muslims to kill and take over unmarried women and small girls. So, in a recent independent news report by BBC, they declared Taliban the best trained and most equipped complement of the USA, right? Military group in the world. Apparently, like Nigerian repentant Taliban soldiers, somehow made their way back into Afghan army and are now well trained in operating the American heavy machineries. Disabled or not, they are even ready to start sharing intelligence and such training with and start training with ISIS. We are watching all of this, and this is one of the reasons why you cannot wait for somebody to do what you're supposed to do for yourself. We watched this thing go down, what, 2000 and 21 years now that America is in Afghan doing all of these things only for things to just fall apart all in front of us as if no resources was utilized in that area. We've heard about the millions and millions and millions of, no, did I say millions? Trillions of dollars that was spent all in the name to fight terrorism. And instead, they empowered and emboldened them. And on top of that, gave them the latest technology to carry on their job. So, as usual, we are going to start with playing some video for you guys to see where we are coming from. If you give me a minute.
So we're asking ourselves, where is the source of terror? How does this terror, how do they form these groups, these terror groups? Who formed them? So listen to this video that we're about to play. You begin to have an idea why there's terrorism everywhere and who is funding terrorism. What is going on? Are you ready, Sister Mona?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, please go ahead.
The people we are fighting today, we funded 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it because we were locked in this struggle with the Soviet Union. They invaded Afghanistan, and we did not want to see them control Central Asia. And we went to work. And it was President Reagan in partnership with the Congress, led by Democrats, who said, you know what, sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's deal with the ISI and the Pakistani military, and let's go recruit these mujahideen. And that's great. Let's get some to come from Saudi Arabia and other places, importing their Wahhabi brand of Islam so that we can go beat the Soviet Union. And guess what? They retreated. They lost billions of dollars, and it led to the collapse of the Soviet Union. So there's a very strong argument, which is it wasn't a bad investment to end the Soviet Union, but let's be careful what we sow because we will harvest. So we then left Pakistan. We said, okay, fine, you deal with the stingers that we've left all over your country. You deal with the mines that are along the border. And by the way, we don't want to have anything to do with you. In fact, we're sanctioning you. So we stopped dealing with the Pakistani military and with ISI, and we now are making up for a lot of lost time. So this is an incredibly difficult set of issues that are all interconnected. But, we can point fingers at the Pakistanis, which is, I did some yesterday, frankly. And it's merited because we're wondering why they don't just get out there and deal with these people.
Yeah, right.
But the problems we face now, to some extent, we have to take responsibility for having contributed to.
All right, I'm going to play. Say, if you want to add something before I find the second video.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't mean I put myself on mute. You sure have to take responsibility of what you have done, because this is no more business as usual. You go and damage people's lives, do anything, set up anything you want to set up. Then there's trouble. You want to fight trouble. You set up terrorism, train them, leave all the gadgets, and then
It's
walk
not
away
about
and turn around and call them shithole. No, you're not doing that anymore. We're not going to allow you to keep doing that anymore. And this is why we're calling our people to wake up. Wake up. People cannot be leading you this way. You're not animals. You are human beings with good thinking faculty. We have to be on the table of discussion, not under the table picking crumbs. Oh, white man, go and speak to us. You go and put a lawyer, a white lawyer, go and talk. That has no idea of what you're going through, has no idea about your boundaries. Who are your friends? Who are your enemies? Who are your partners? Who are your business partners? Who are your enemies? They have no clue. You bring them, import them because they have white skin. We can't do that anymore. Please, are you ready for the next one?
Yes, my dear.
sentiment is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. I say you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on issue of Boko Haram.
Someone is like,
My
I'm not seeing the video.
interrogator is in this
Huh?
government right now.
It's like the video is not coming out.
Oh, the video is not coming out.
Yeah, it's like just the audio is what we're hearing.
Oh, you know what? I did it the wrong way. That's why. Duh. Okay. Thanks for that. I
It's
will
not about-
fix it. I will fix
So
that.
why you do that? You say, what is the source of terror? How did it start? You see, weak-minded and greedy people always breed terror groups
Yep.
in order to control and manipulate others against their wish. Terrorism or terrorist group will not just spring up without anybody setting it up. Anybody telling you that they just come up by themselves is a lie. People sit down, bring these people together to use them for something, and then business will go bad because they can't keep controlling people. People are not like objects that you turn around to do whatever you want to do. We wear them on your finger and turn them around like rings. No, one day they will want more. That is how these things always start. Please, if you're ready, go ahead. Thank you.
Sentiment is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. I say you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on the issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government.
Thank you.
So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No, I'm a federal person.
Will your life be at risk now that they're hearing you?
I don't care. I don't care. And my colleagues, they know me. Those people that listen to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger
than individual. That is the issue. This country is bigger than individuals. Buhari will come and go. Eliminating me or killing me will not solve the problem.
Will he come and go?
Actual value.
Huh?
He will come and go.
I'm asking him, will Buhari come and go? Go ahead.
His agenda will come to stay.
Somebody must come and repair the damage to the psyche of this society, the damage to the polarization, to the nepotism that I've never seen in my life. I work with all these presidents. This is the worst situation I've found myself. And believe me, internet does not forget. I was part of the people that helped to bring Buhari to government.
You're cheerful.
Because I believe in him.
Mm-hmm.
The government after that. After you helped bring the government. Oh, of course, I worked with him. We brought him in 2015, and I work as the Deputy Director of Defense Administration. And we have a lot of hope in him. And we actually are ready to do anything for him. What he has turned out over the years is shocking to us. I was in Harvard in 2014, in December, when the Department of State Services and CIA and others were contemplating about Buhari and other aspirants.
And you guys went and vouched for him.
I know what we did
Mm-hmm.
to convince the American government
Yes.
that the only person that can come and put this country right is Buhari.
Look at your brain.
Before the Lagos, APC, before they chose with them, right? And that was how Tinubu came in. We know what we did, but what he has done in the past 6 years is shocking. It's unprecedented. And it should not be allowed to be swept under the carpet.
Well, you failed on your assessment, I guess. And this is the kind of people that we have running the country. The people that think Buhari is the best candidate to represent Nigeria. That's even scary. I don't even know why he made that confession.
No, he has to make it because they did. We know that Buhari did not bring himself. That these willing tools, these Judas goats, brought him. He did not hide himself. 4 times Buhari failed. People of Nigeria did not want to vote for him. Until Buhari carried handkerchief and start crying on national TV. Because people do not want him. Are we coming out well?
Yes.
So, but they did the mathematics. You can see that they went to Harvard. They went to US. US knew, as the people managing US at that time, that's 2015. They knew what Buhari was up about. They knew him. Buhari came in 1984 before. They knew what he did. They knew he was all for terrorism and jihadism. But they still cooked up and brought him for the people of Nigeria.
For the monkeys.
He said he was going to do good. Do what good? Anyone that did not know who Buhari was and brought Buhari to Nigerian people has lost his chance. He has lost his chance. It means that the people that they did not even know anything and they're about to lead people. It's not that they did not know that terror was bad. All these people setting up terror groups, they know that terrorism is bad. But because of their selfish gains, they will intentionally create, breed, and terror groups. They will tolerate them for whatever they want them to do. Whether they are terror boys from PDP that switched over to APC, is the same thing. Because it's the same people that used to rig elections for PDP that switched over to APC to come and become APC people. That's why when they said they won the election, they didn't know anything to do about management. For the first 6 months, they did not even appoint any minister or anything. Because these people never knew what to do. They were area boys, terror groups. They will always set them up and use them. Whether it's America working together and creating Taliban, Osama bin Laden, because they want to use them to do one thing or the other. And then when they finish, they dump them on the people, the poor masses, to deal with. All these terror people you see, these warlords, they were trained abroad. Go and check them. They schooled abroad. They were trained by the Westerners.
Mm-hmm.
They will now use them to do whatever they want to use to do. When they now finish, they dump them on the people. Whether it's the one El Rufai, Buhari, and all the northern political elites did by creating Boko Haram. They created Boko Haram. Use Boko Haram to win elections. Use Boko Haram to make money, to take money from Nigeria in the name of fighting terrorism. They will bring out money, share it, because they want to use it to fight security. They call it security votes. It's all about selfish gains, making money. Right now in Southeast, we can see the political elites in Southeast breeding IPOB, ESN, the non-men, non-gun non-men, and non-gunmen. All of them are terror groups being funded by some people. They do not come by themselves. Anytime you see a terror group flourishing, there are people underground funding them.
Sponsoring. Yep.
Whether it's in Southeast, in Nigeria, in Afghanistan, anywhere you see a group of people going around causing terror on the people, some people are funding them. Look at the headsmen, the poor people that are carrying cows. All they have is stick. How did they get AK-47? Who gave them? Who armed them? Who armed the headsmen?
Yep.
That's what people should be thinking. Who armed the headsmen? Who armed the Fulanis?
I know.
Who armed the poor people that did not go to school, did not know how to? Who armed them? Did they arm themselves by themselves?
The same group of people going around.
Same group of people. The problem initially, everyone will be fine. That's the problem. Initially, when they start forming these groups and giving them money and giving them AK-47 to do whatever they want them to do, whether it's political bandits, church bandits, headsmen bandits, all the bandits, freedom fighting bandits. Initially, there won't be any problem. They will be paying them. Everybody will be happy. It's a cut. It's business. You give this one, you give that one. They have all their rough boys doing it for them. The problem comes when one day those terror groups, those boys being used,
Want more.
want more.
Mm-hmm.
It always happens. By the time they start feeling that we are being cheated, we are making all this money for them, what is in there for us? In the Biafra genocide, it was the boys in Middle Belt that they used. Initially, when they were doing it, they thought they were doing something fine. The trouble started when they started saying, no, if we are part of North, how come when we finish killing the Igbos, you people will now become the president and have all these things? Where is our own cut?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it always starts. They now turned around and started killing them. So initially, when they're planning this evil, everybody will be happy. Trouble starts when somebody wants more. Why are they forming terror groups? They want to use it to control others. It's like a lion being trained. One day, the lion will leave the cage. At that time, terror will be widespread. The political talks, one day they will want more. The bandits, one day they will want more because they are human beings. They see you use them and give them 1 million. Then you go and make 20 billion and send all your children abroad. Buy bulletproof Jeep. Build big houses. You're doing well for yourself. What is there for the bandits? Crumbs. So one day, the bandits will want more. And then trouble will start. It's always the same, all the time. But who created the terror group? Who is creating this? And what happens when they are doing it? Where are the people? Because this is happening in your face. You see them. If you do not encourage them, they will not succeed. But when it starts, everybody will mind their business. Like in Northeast and Northwest, it's not my business, so it's not affecting me. Since Nigeria is not happening to me, I'm okay. We'll be there rocking life. We are doing well. Then one day it will come to your table, and then everybody will start shouting. So why can't we stop these things before they get out of hand? Why do we just sit down and do as if we are ignorant? And then when it gets out of hand, we start shouting, hey, Chukwokikabiama, hey, God of Almighty, Jesus Christ, hallelujah.
Or they want the same people to show up and speak English for them and try to pretend to solve the problems. Give them their last card.
Created the problem.
The same people that created the problem.
They will not come to solve it. What does it make sense to anybody? Samona, please go ahead.
My dear, it's so sad that in 2021 that we're waiting for someone with lighter skin to come and solve problems for us. We are waiting for people that have been putting us in the same situation. Great war here, they will be the first one to show up and show our children with no clothes, picking up trash in the food from the trash can, and then they want the word, oh, please bring money, let's go and save the children. But you didn't tell your government when they're going there and causing mayhem. You couldn't gather your people to say, government, because they do have the right to go to their government and ask questions. You can't continue to do these things. They will wait till they see the children in the trash can, parents are dead, they are orphans, and then they will show them on TV and tell us to please, $20 a day, we feed them for 10 years. And all of us, we say, oh, these people are such a nice group. Oh, look at how nice they are. It's about time for us to begin to understand the underlying cause to all of this. There is somebody in the pipeline pushing through these problems. Until we stand up and say, Ozugozien, I don't know, enough is enough. We are no longer going to partake in this. We know how to take care of our problems. We live in this land. We know what our problems are. For somebody else to come from the outside and now try to tell us what it is in 2021, when we have lived with them, when we know they are not smarter, when we know we can do better, we're still waiting for the same people. Your brother Tony will come out and tell you how to get your freedom. You will wait to go and pay somebody $500,000, $1 million to come and do it for you. But you will never support your brother. Your brother will finish schooling in or whatever, in somewhere in overseas, and come home to do stuff for you. You will not wait. You will not appreciate them. They will pick up a Mexican on the road that doesn't speak English and bring them there with their curly hair. All of a sudden, you want to sign the contract. Ooh, we have a long way to go, my people. We need to change. We have a lot to change. This inferiority complex needs to go. It needs to go. We cannot continue to function in that manner. If not, our children will suffer the consequences.
So I will not allow them to do that. And that's why we're here.
Yep. We talk about terrorism, terror group. What should be the people's attitude towards terrorism and terror group? Before we dive into this conversation, I'm going to play a short video for you guys to see that even the same people, they know our problems more than we do, because we are sitting there either praying and fasting or doing all manner of stuff or going to weddings and all this stuff. When your heart is on fire, people are still partying. So let me pull this video up real quick, just for you guys to hear the statistics from this young guy. And he doesn't even live in Nigeria, but he can tell you Nigerian problems more than anybody else.
Because they know, but they cannot solve it for you. You have to solve your problem by yourself.
Never heard about this genocide, but it is happening right now as you are watching this video. Let's talk about Nigeria. 17 Christians are killed every day in the first half of 2021. Nearly 3,500 Christians were killed in 2021, and the year is not over yet.
There's a lot of dead bodies in the streets because they shot some, they slaughtered some. It was just all over the place on the floor. They're pulling girls out, raping them, beating them up.
All our villages were burned down. My family were burned into ashes, 8 of them, the 4 children, and my wife and my mother, my father.
The violence against Christians in Nigeria is at its highest level, according to Open Doors organization. Close to 300 churches were shut down due to threats or attacks. And not only that, Nigeria is among the top 10 most dangerous countries for Christians. It leads the world in the number of kidnapped Christians. Just a few months ago, armed terrorists raided the Bethel Baptist High School and kidnapped 140 pupils, including young girls. This is the reality for Christians in Nigeria, as well as other groups like the Igbos. Nigerian pastor Bolono Ibrahim was shot dead on the altar of the church located inside the Maiden village. It happened during a child dedication service at the church, and his only crime is converting from Islam to Christianity. Who is doing this? Well, terrorist groups like Boko Haram and jihadist Fulani radicals. Why are they doing this? Well, these terrorist groups want to convert people to Islam by force, and that's why Christians are the main target. And if they refuse, they will just kill them or make them sex slaves. They basically say, think like me or die. And Christians in Nigeria refuse to give up their faith. They would rather give up their lives first. This is insane. It has been happening for years. And the mainstream Western media remains largely silent, while the Nigerian government is barely doing anything to stop this. Where is the UN? Where are the human rights organizations? Why are they silent when Christians are butchered in Africa? Are Africans less important? This is shameful. The world must wake up before it is too late. Let's stand up for the voiceless people in Africa who are experiencing this genocide right now. They deserve to be free.
Good question, my brother. Are Africans less important? Do they even value themselves as important? Because they will watch something happening to someone else. As long as it's not happening to them, they will be fasting and praying and singing in the middle of the road. Are we less important? Do we even consider ourselves important? Do we worry when we see our brothers and sisters going through stuff? Do we make sure that it does not happen to someone else? If you look at the stories of our lives, you can see that all along we see things happening, whether it's the people being killed or kidnapped or whatever, everybody will feel powerless. The few people, the so-called elite that do have the resources to get something done, they will not. They will wait to deceive you with a bag of rice and a bag of olive oil. Oh, did I say olive oil? Diesel oil for you to cook rice in December. And then they will abandon you in the village till Christmas time, or if you're lucky, they will come back for during Easter.
Engine oil that they will pour flavor inside.
Engine oil that they will puff. Yes, my dear.
Cancer causing oil.
Cancer causing oil. And we're saying, since it is the masses and their children that become the victims of this terror group from the beginning, why can't we say no to all forms of terror and injustice against other human beings, whether it's affecting us directly or not? Why can't we do better? Why can't we demand better? We must learn to collectively say no to injustice anywhere. Because if you allow it to go, it will come knocking on your door. It will be just a matter of time. We should always, always fight for the greater good. That's what people like Westerners are doing. You can never see where any white-skinned person is suffering that much. They will show up somehow, someplace, and then get some stuff done. We see a group killing people, castrating other people's children, fathers, husbands, and uncles, and we are busy either clapping hands or taking video camera to post on Facebook because it's not affecting us today. What are we going to do then when these people show up in our front door? Doesn't it make sense that we said no? We're not going to allow any injustice because we know as a matter of time it will be our turn. Are we less important? Do we even consider ourselves as important human beings that have something to give to this world? Why do we always watch and wait for other people to come and speak for us? We do thank our brothers and sisters that show up here every Saturday to learn more, because it's always about learning more. What else can you do to do more? And then you have the group of other people now. What is the language? They are doing and waiting for God to do whatever God needs to do. We can do better, my people. We can say no, because if not, the same fate in the Afghan is going through right now is the same fate that is coming towards our door. Because these people are not relenting. They say they are patient. They will wait. They will hide inside their stones and their caves because Allah is with them and they are coming to make sure that they bring victory to Allah by taking everybody else over. We have to wake up. We have to do more. We need to join Ninas. Ninas is the only tangible strategy that can help us get out of this situation. If you're going on channel news crying and calling yourself federal man and no federal man and this and that, I fought to bring Buhari on and now I'm federal. What kind of people are these people?
Open
Who are these
confession.
people? Eh?
Open confession.
And these are the same, the scary thing is that all of them think the same way. They think they are right. This one, who knows how many evil spirits that visited him the night before that he came on show and started speaking. After atrocities have been committed against our own people. You watch other people die. I bet his children is in Harvard. Probably he has his house somewhere in
Of
Houston,
course.
Texas. Yeah, so if anything happens, they're not gonna kill him. He will fly off. He has an open ticket.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same you, me, and me, and me, and you that is going to bear the brunt of
The
this.
masses.
The masses. And we're saying Nigeria is no longer working for us.
Exactly.
We need to
Somebody
do what
asked
we
this
gotta do.
question, say, is Nigeria working for you? We want to help to echo that question. Is it working for you? So if Nigeria is not working for you, what are you doing about it? Are you just looking to sit down, fold your hands, waiting for your baba in GO, your GO and your whatever, people that are making wealth out of your suffering? Because if Nigeria was working, your church leaders will not be making the type of money they are making. It's impossible. The politicians that are their partners, we go and steal the money meant for your hospitals, schools, roads, and everything, and take it to them as tithes. When you hear them calling 1 billion, somebody's giving us a seed of 1 billion. Somebody's giving us a seed of 1 trillion. Ask yourself, where is it coming from? Where is that 1 billion that you yourself cannot go and also make the 1 billion so that you can give to Papa Gio? They stole the money from you. It's your money. The money for the infrastructure that should be built in your land to create jobs for your children is what they're taking to the church. And you are going on Sunday to receive AC and to clap hands. And you're praying for God to come and help you. Can you put yourself in the shoes of God? Can you just for one moment put yourself in the shoes of God? How does God look at us? How does God look at Nigerians? Hypocrites in the name of Christianity and religion. Because it's not just Christian, because Islam is the same thing. These people that are killing people up and down, they are Alhajis. They go to Mecca. They go and do their celebration of whatever God, demonic God that are worshiping. They turn around and come and kill the people and keep their people very, very poor. Yet they claim to worship their Allah, the so-called God that they are worshiping. Which God are you worshiping that is so wicked? That you are so wicked to your fellow human being? Which God is that you are calling on? And that's why they say religion is the opium of masses. Because a few elites will call themselves the religious leaders, traditional leaders, and step on the heads of the poor masses. If your religion was working, we would have seen it in the lives of the people. If whatever you're doing, it's working, we will see it in the lives of the people.
Yep.
It's show and tell. If you tell me that this is the God that you're serving, I want to see the effect of you serving God in the lives of the weak people in your society. What is happening to the people, the weak people? Why is it survival of the fittest? It means you're not worshiping God. That's what it means. Whatever you're worshiping is evil. And we are calling on the people. Stop making yourself a victim. Stand up and get informed. We told you about Ninas. We told you about the strategies. Some people are asking, what is Ninas doing? What are you doing about the on the table? You can't even go and study it. You can't even come here and listen, watch our videos and ask us meaningful questions, critical questions, so that you understand and be part of it. You're looking for who will do for you. Nobody is doing anything for you. You have to do it for yourself. Stand up. Ask questions, meaningful questions. And then we think together and reason together, and then we move and go where we're going. The job is already done. Do you have a video to play?
Yes.
Let's learn to have a standard of operation. Let's collectively enthrone equity, justice, fairness everywhere. In your family, at work, at home, in your churches, your workplace. It is the same thing. If you keep justice in your family, it will spread to your neighbor. It will spread to your community. It will spread everywhere. But if on Sunday, after shouting, your church leaders will create injustice, even in the workforce, in the
I'm
church.
asking a very pertinent question.
Go ahead, sister.
So they will create all these negative systems. It's the same thing everywhere. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. Whether it's in your church, in your school, in your workplace, in office, anywhere you tolerate injustice, anywhere you tolerate terror, it will spread to every other place. So if you want to stop terrorism, if you want to stop injustice, start from your neighborhood, start from your family, start from your immediate environment, your Jerusalem. Begin to create that type of environment you want, and then collectively we will get to where we're going. Please, if you're ready, play. Thank you.
Is Nigeria working for you? Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, knew the solutions to Boko Haram till he finally became president. He asked ex-President Jonathan to resign because of insecurity. He cried empathetically. He promised to end Boko Haram in 3 months. But now, he's telling us he's done his best to arm the military. Why isn't he resigning? Governor Fashola knew the solutions to providing stable power supply till he became Minister of Power, and darkness pervaded the land. After trying hard and giving excuses like he only plays a supervisory role, the ministry was assigned to someone else. Power grid still they collapse. The NSAS protests were tagged insurrection. In fact, someone said Aisha Yusufu ought to be in jail for instigating violence. Then farmers were beheaded in Borno. Same person asked Aisha Yusufu to lead a protest. Aren't these people supposed to forbid hypocrisy? Is Nigeria working for any Nigerian today? From leaders hoarding food for the poor, receiving kickbacks from government contracts, to farmers needing permission to go to their farms. Is Nigeria working for you? Why is Zamfara's gold for Zamfara and Niger Delta oil for Nigeria? Why is Hisba destroying alcohol, but their state governments receive federal allocation from monies received via taxation, including tax on alcoholic beverages? Why are some federal roads abandoned to bandits and kidnappers? Who is in charge of Nigeria's security? The president is talking to us this time. Most times, he's as shocked by the rest of us by the absence of good governance under him. Regardless of his campaign promises and the manifesto of his political party, Nigeria has rolled back in terms of development. From Naira continually losing its value to a recently launched locomotive trains breaking down in the middle of nowhere. Nigeria has to be working for some people, though.
It is.
The government can do no wrong. To this set of people, their money isn't being stolen, even if the money is being borrowed, leaving debts for their own children to pay in future. Even if the leaders don't use public institutions, from sending their children to Ivy League schools abroad to getting medical treatment abroad, some people who have nothing and we need to donate money for their medical bills if they have a serious ailment, continue to hail the obvious lack of good governance till Nigeria happens to them. Then they get a little piece.
Mm-hmm.
May Nigeria never happen to you.
Oh, Nigeria should happen to them. Oh. Mm.
We deserve better than the political class who go home with millions monthly to represent people who can't even afford to feed themselves. I am Olajumoke Alaude James. Nigeria isn't working for me. Is Nigeria working for you?
Nope.
Nope, it's not working for us. And the question is, what are you going to do about it? Somebody said Westerners should go and it's like you're new to Daughters of Truth. Here on Daughters of Truth, we're talking about responsibility. It is our responsibility to do things. If we want Westerners to go, we tell them to go. That's what we're saying. We stand up and say, go. We want to take charge. There's no vacuum anywhere. If there's vacuum of leadership, somebody will feel it. And most of the time, criminals will feel it. Where are the good ones? My people, Sinaro, Waro, Obulomenani. If evil festers, it will become norm. But before evil will fester, that means the good people allowed it. What goes around comes around. If you allow evil in your neighborhood, it will expand. It is our responsibility to make sure that no man, woman, or children in our environment is receiving any form of cruelty in your area, and you are busy giving approval to it. If I do my part, you do your part, we will get to where we're going faster. But remember that we keep telling you on this platform that we are not waiting for you. We are moving on. We are working. All we do here on Saturday is to inform you of what has been done, what is remaining. If you want, you join. If you don't want, sit by the corner and keep asking questions. Don't ask yourself, what do I need to do? Be looking for who will do it for you. We are doing it, and we are encouraging you to join in doing it. Begin to take responsibility of your environment. Do not leave. It is not okay, especially adults that are giving birth to children. It is not okay anymore for you to be in an environment without asking yourself, what is happening in my neighborhood? Who is representing me? Is he doing the job he's supposed to do? Who are they? I know there are some people that say, oh, it's the people representing us that we face. That is part of it. But that's not the only thing you need to do. Because you're not the one that chose those people representing you. People brought them to your neighborhood and imposed them on you. So while you are trying to take charge and make sure that they do the right thing, there is also a bigger fight to fight, which is delivering your land from the hands of terrorists. And we are encouraging you to join, embrace what Ninas is doing. Way forward. Samuna, are we ready for way forward? Or you want to add something?
Yes. Go ahead. I'll pull it up.
Because here, we do not only discuss problems. We discuss problems, tell you where we're missing it, and then tell you the way forward. What you need to do. Because the only solution that is meaningful is a local solution. After all, we're having a local problem. So the people have to understand what the solution is. Embrace Nina's proposal and the constitutional force majeure agenda. We are going to play the 5 demands for you so that you understand it's just 2 simple steps. One step, accept that we do not have a government, a document that is leading us in Nigeria. Because if you have a document, a proper document leading Nigeria, we will not have these ungovernable spaces. We will not have all these things going on. The failure of governance shows that there's something wrong somewhere, something fundamentally wrong. So 2 steps, accept that we don't even have a constitution, because we don't. If we had a constitution, we would have referred to the constitution. You make laws from the constitution. We don't have. Not talk of implementing it. So we don't have. That's the first step. And then we need a transitional government, because when you remove this document they are using to govern you, because we say they have a document that they are using. It's a military document. It is not the people's constitution. We need to pull it down. But when you pull it down, you need to put something in place while you're going to do the right thing. That is where transitional government comes in. We need to talk who are the members of the some government. Who will be the members? What will be the mandate given to them? And what will be the time frame? Because it's not an endless thing. It's not something you just do a transitional government, it will be forever. No. We would give them, is it 6 months? Is it 1 year? Is it 2 years? Like they did in South Africa. This thing we are doing is not first. Chile did it. Chile had military constitution for the longest time. 2020, they pulled it down and did the referendum and continue. So they have different things. In our own problem, we have done constitutional force majeure. The next thing is what we're talking about. Please, you can play.
And the good thing is that the Westerners that they're willing to show up and tell them the same thing that we're saying. Some people paid millions of dollars. Who knows how much he was paid to come in? The man kept saying that the Constitution is the biggest problem. Without the Constitution, you're not going anywhere. So hopefully now that you guys have heard it from a white guy, because that's the only way it makes sense. I'm praying that a lot of us could begin to receive sense that no amount of lawyer, whether you hire them from Timbuktu, Cambridge, Elizabeth's mansion, will get you out of this dungeon. We have to get ourselves out. And he's echoing the same thing, even though despite the amount that you paid him, he's echoing the same thing that we've been telling you guys all along.
My sister, it's so sad. We are here free of charge, telling them what the problem is. They went to pay $1 million to white skin man to come here and tell them the same thing we are telling them, free of charge.
It's okay. That's how their reasoning is. So
Yeah, that's how their brain is functioning. But it's okay. This one that cost them much, maybe.
All of what we have done is the activation of our right to self-determination, which is inalienable. It doesn't depend on anybody agreeing with us, including the so-called federal government, including the so-called Fulani, including anybody at all, because what we're doing is under the instrument called the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, 2007, that simply translates into what remedy is available to us in the lamentations we are caught in. As long as we are distinct ethnic nationalities in our ancestral spaces, we're entitled to that right. And it doesn't depend on anybody else agreeing with us. Therefore, Yoruba land is like Catalonians in Catalonia, like the Scots in Scotland, saying they are fed up with the UK. Let nobody frighten anybody with government is coming or anybody is coming. No, we situated and conditioned what we were doing. All the processes are within legitimate and legal parameters. What we did on the 16th of December in 2020 is to invalidate the instrument by which Nigeria is convened, by which the governance of Nigeria is mandated and defined. But we're not anarchists, because we already indicated that if after 90 days these 5 demands are not met, we will reconsider our allegiance to that constitution. Anybody can interpret it how they choose, but that is what the signatories, that is what the peoples of the territory have indicated. The first demand is that the federal government of Nigeria must now, that the Federation of Nigeria, because the dispute is against the Federation of Nigeria as represented by the illicit federal government of the day, to come to the table by first acknowledging expressly acknowledging the dispute that has been declared, because it's a sovereignty dispute, it's a union dispute. These constituents are saying, the South and Middle Belt, saying, we no longer have a country if it is this constitution that we didn't make that is locking us down here. Second demand, that federal government must expressly commit to decommissioning, to the decommissioning of wholesale decommissioning of that 1999 constitution. The third demand is that federal government must expressly commit to halting any further renewal of the life of that constitution by way of election. That no further elections will happen, because we cannot be discussing how to settle this fundamental problem, and some are still discussing how to go to election under that constitution, because elections will validate the life of that constitution another season. We must now go to solve the problem. That's the third demand. The fourth demand is that the nationalities have to be invited to work out the modalities, the memberships of the transition body, and the mandate, and the time frame, and all of it. What will define that period in which we will go to the business of reworking the constitution. We're not talking about sovereign conference. We're not talking about some kind of really the specifics of what has to be done will have to be agreed. Finally, an announcement of a transitioning arrangement, time-bound transitioning arrangement, in which everybody will know that from now on it is a transitional government, and then the two-stage process by which the constitutions, the successor constitutions, will emerge. The regional blocks will have to make out their constitutions. If we are still discussing a federation, the first thing is that those who were trapped in Nigeria against their will since 1967 will, in the first layer, in the first stage, work out their own constitution. The Yoruba will have their own constitution. The Lower Niger, that's the South, South, and Southeast, cooperating as ethnic nationalities, will have their own charter and constitution. And the Middle Belt, the same. They will go to referendum. There are people who have to recommit to being in any union before they go to the second stage of discussing the terms of the union. Let everybody understand it now, that what happened on the 16th of December was the invalidation of the illicit constitution that was imposed on them all this while, since 1999. And so, with that invalidation, that constitution is dead. And any further business will have to begin with recommitment to being in a union. It is when that recommitment is done that, so let it be clear that the process that we're talking about, that we are acceptable to us, will be in two stages. If anybody is still hoping to call a meeting in Abuja, where they will say National Assembly or government is the matter of our sovereignty is not the business of government. Even as bad as that constitution of 1999 is, in section 14.2a, it at least acknowledges that sovereignty, I'm quoting now, section 14.2a of the 1999 constitution acknowledges that sovereignty belongs to the people from whom government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority.
That is so funny.
You know why this what happened?
No, I said the people. It's like someone won $1 million, right? And it's sitting right in front of their house, and they think it's a trash. What else is their $1 million?
Exactly.
They're telling you that sovereignty belongs to you. People don't even know nobody here has a sovereignty.
My dear,
Documents are belonging to them.
it's so sad. Our people are so used to war. And we have told them here that even if you go to war, when you finish, you come on the table for discussion. So we are taking you the route of discussion. It's so difficult for you to understand. And that's why you want passion. You want sentiment. They'll be shouting. Whoa, shout. Shouting is not it. It's not it. There are two things. Constitution making starts from ground to up, from grassroots to up, not from up to down. You see this thing they're doing at Abuja, when they finish, they will come back to where we are. Akufecha or Dalawo. You, the people, that's why we're talking to you every Saturday. You need to understand that sovereignty belongs to you.
And constitution comes from you, the constituents.
It is you. And that's why we're here talking to you. We need you to understand it. Because if you understand it, you will calm down. You won't even be saying, they're coming to kill me, they're coming, They will not. They have no choice. But you need to understand it. You that we are talking to, you need to understand how these things work. It is a process. Somebody said, oh, we have to do this. You need to understand the process. That's why we come here to teach you. The referendum we are talking about is going to be for the ethnic nationalities, not Nigerian referendum. Not one Nigerian referendum.
And it's going to be by region by region.
Region by region.
Not sitting there waiting for them to go and rig it. It will be Yoruba nation will have their own. Whatever nation will have, everybody will have their own, and then it will be brought to the table. So there will be no chance for their fraudulent INEC interference.
No, it's not INEC that will conduct it. It's you, in your village. Because you have to decide, do you want to be part of Nigeria or you don't want to be part of Nigeria? It's when you finish that, we will now begin to talk of constitution making. You don't have a nation. What constitution are we talking about? But if you do not understand this, Abuja people will be bamboozling you with their English. You are the indigenous person. Sovereignty belongs to you. You need to understand it.
And these animals, they were dumb enough to even put that in writing too. Like, it's like
they did.
They're like,
it's copy and paste.
But they knew nobody's going to read it. That's why they gave them the, copy and paste. And then even
nobody.
when you're telling our people, they're like, sovereignty, what is sovereignty? Belongs to me. It's like they're not even making the connection. Because if you understand what it means, you will be so emboldened that no animal will come on Channel News or AIT or whatever channel, whatever they are going on, to tell you otherwise. So
somebody says Nigeria should be dismantled. That is what we're telling you. You are the one that will stand and get Nigeria dismantled. Not National Assembly, not Buhari, not Fulanese, not UN, not anybody. You are the indigenous person. But you'll be doing it the right way. And that is why we come here to teach you the right way. The way to solve this math so that you get the right result. 4 + 5 will give you 9. But if you remove the plus sign and put division, it will give you 9. If you put minus, it will not give you 9. So if you want 9, you must put the plus sign between 4 and 5. That's what we're telling you. You are the one holding yourself down. Not those at National Assembly. You think that they have power. They don't have power. What power they think they have, you gave it to them. You sent them there to represent you. It is your responsibility to say, come back home. I'm no more part of Nigeria. And you know what? UN will supervise that referendum. It is your right. You're not begging them. It is their job. They have already said it in 2007. They say if you put your acts together, we will come and administer and even supervise the referendum. But we are not begging them. You can hear what Bretoni said. Because power belongs to you. You own the resources. If the resources in your land belong to you, you are the one to say, come out, live here. You don't have the right because I'm no more part of one Nigeria. If I'm not part of one Nigeria, on what authority are you using to take the oil in my land?
Hello?
Are you people understanding it? You have oil, you have gold, you have silver, you have diamond, you have everything in your land. Your ancestral land is your father's land. It is your own. It is your responsibility to say who comes to your land to do business. If you want, let him be white, let him be China, let him be India, let him be anything. If you decide and say this land is no more part of one Nigeria, they cannot come there. But there's a process. That's what we're telling you. You have to follow the due process. It's not by shouting. It's not by castrating people. It's not by cutting heads on the table and putting on the table. You people have done all that. So did Biafra come? You finish in all the mago, as in the hot, as in the cold, as in the everywhere. All your gra. After your gra, did Biafra come? They captured your God like a chicken and put him safely where they want him to be. Are you not supposed to be reasoning? Are you not supposed to calm down, begin to think that what is going on? And we're telling people, do not push us to the wrong place because we will not go with you. We know the right way to follow, and we are following it. No matter how you shout, no matter how you decide to sit at home, when your mates are going to work to make money to feed their children, you decide to sit at home. I will not disturb you, my brother. Go and sleep, cover your clothes, slay. Let poverty come upon you like a bandit, because that's what the Bible says. The Bible says a little sleeping, a little folding of arms. Say poverty will come upon you like a bandit. Go and do that. We will not stop you. Then we will continue to do what we want to do. If somebody is lazy and does not want to go to work, I might want to force you to go and make money. No, maybe you will have a measure of understanding with poverty. Why will I stop you? Go home and sleep. You and poverty. You don't want to go to work on Monday, you want to Tuesday. You can make it the entire week. You can make it the whole month. You can sit at home the whole year. I'm not going to stop you. I will stop you. You will not stop me from making the money I'm making. And my people will be fine. So we're saying, Natoboro, it's time to develop sense. And you know what? There are advantages in this thing that we're saying. Once you put the traditional government in place, the first thing is that you will be able to quarantine the terror that is going on in our land.
Yeah, like a switch of light.
Just like that. You will be able to curb the insecurity, the kidnapping, the anarchy that is going on, just like that.
Yep.
You'll be able to return the regional governance to become governed. From ungoverned spaces, they become governed again. You'll be able to restore the trust of the people in leadership. There will be regional stability. Your area will become stable again because you'll be able to curb insecurity and all the nonsense going on there. And you know what will happen? Investors will pour in. This one that people are begging people, Akuruno, please come. You don't beg investors. Me, I want to make money. If your area is safe, I will come there and buy land and build industries and employ people. It's a no-brainer. This is common sense.
Hello.
If you restore stability, safety to your place, cap it up, put electricity, put a road, put everything. Everybody wants to come to your land and invest. That's how they do it. And you know what? Job creation. And what will happen? Criminality will go down. And then there will be reverse migration. All the people that are traveling out of your land will come back. Our children will come back. They stop going to Mediterranean Sea to swim to Europe. They will come back. They will stop trekking to Libya, to deserts, to all the dungeons. They will come back. They will call their brother one day, Ifa Adigoma, Natabazia. It's natural. These things, it's simple economics. Demand and supply. You did it in school, but you don't know what you did. That's what we're telling people. You don't need degree from Harvard to understand these things. In fact, I think people that go too much degree, they lose common sense.
They do.
Ordinary from 5 that you give you ABCD just to know how to write your name is enough to have sense on what we're saying. And that's what we're saying, that the people that are not understanding what we're saying, it's not because they didn't go to school. It's because they are deceptive, they are hypocritical, they are criminals, they are 419, they are Yahoo. They want to dupe our people. Our people are understanding it. The market women, they understand this message because it's straightforward. Let me leave you, sister, to go ahead, please.
It is straightforward, my sister. And Adi Oshi, we thank you for that meaning for sovereignty. Yes, maybe our people, for those of us that are not way up there, that doesn't understand, sovereignty simply means authority or supreme power, the power to rule the people. So for those of you that are still struggling with this, now that we have this meaning that we're saying that you, have that power to say these are the people that will rule me, these are the people that will take care of the businesses, these are the people that will do so 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 and so. So when we take this power back, that means they don't have any power in the first place because we gave it to them. It's like I gave you money, now I took the money back and your business falls. It's the same principle. So I'm not sure how else we can put this down for our people, because the sooner we understand that this sovereignty belongs to us and the constitution is made from the constituents part of the equation, then we will know that these animals flying all over the place claiming to be our representatives are not really doing anything for us. So it's time for us to take phone calls. If you want to join in Adi Oshi, you can call in to help, put in your 2 cents. Anybody else can call in. Our number is posted up there. Maybe you know it's not really posted. I'm gonna pull it up so that you can either call or you can come in and add your 2 cents. The
Process we
people,
have to discuss is so simple that our people, they can, like, it's so simple. Like, is it this simple? Is it this simple?
no, but
Yes.
the good thing is that the white person is explaining it to them now that is a constitution, right? You pay them the million. He's probably in the best hotel in the country, and he's telling you it's a constitution that is holding you down. With that constitution, you're going nowhere. So I don't know what a signal you need. Do you want to add another millions to whatever you paid
No,
him?
they will need to add more.
So he will never change it. He will never change it. Even if you give him 50 million, he will be singing the same song. And he understands. I mean, he's a constitutional lawyer, like somebody said here. He understands this thing. So you can fake it all you want, pretend like you have wax blocking your hearing. At the end of the day, the music is still the same music. Nothing
It's
is
the
going
same
to change it.
process.
The
I
same
when
process.
they told him that can they take Buhari to ISIS or something? He said, I mean, when they get there, they'll just put his name and put his name on the file. They won't even put his name on the file. They just put a code on the file and keep it on the table there. You know, it's their prerogative to do something about it or not to do. How can you make yourself so powerless? And we're telling you here, power belongs to you. Understand the power that is yours so that you will use it and be on the table to discuss. Stop sending white man to speak for you. Understand it yourself. If you understand it yourself, you will not even go and hire anybody. Who told you that that young man was distracting what we're doing, that he needed to go into cooler. And he has gone to the cooler. They won't even allow him to see him yet. They said they were asking him to remove all the clothes and remove all those. Yes. You are in their camp. If you enter enemy's camp, enemy will play the tune. You dance to it. You don't have choice. But we are telling you, you do not need to fall into the camp of the enemy. We said this thing ever since. Do not follow this process. If you follow this other way, you will fall into the hands of your enemy. Then the enemy will not be the one to play the tune, and then you will dance. But if you follow this way, the power is in your hands. You will play the tune, the enemy will dance. And that joy they will not have. Okay, my people, look at it. You are in the south, you have all the resources. Somebody is in the north, killing you and doing all nonsense. And you are following them to run around in circle. Does it make sense? Everything belongs to you, is in your land. And we're saying, all you need to do is to understand what Ninas is saying and follow the instruction. Somebody was getting angry in one platform. He said, you're talking instruction, instruction, instruction. I'm like, everything, even bitter leaf soup. If you want to make bitter leaf soup, you must follow the instruction. If the time you're supposed to put ede, you put
Rice.
rice, will you get your anymore? You will not get your anymore. You will not get bitter leaf soup. You will get a soup, but it will not be bitter leaf soup. Anybody that tests it will say, what is this? Inyama. What did you cook, madam? Or what do you cook, Mr. Man? But if you want to get correct bitter leaf soup, you must follow the instruction. Put the bitter leaf when they say you should put it. If at the end of cooking soup, that's when you now put bitter leaf soup, it will become pan kernel. You'll be chewing it. Meanwhile, other things, there are other soup that you cook that the vegetable can come last. It's about instruction. Please, if anybody calls, let me know.
Right. Yes, it is about instruction. And we've done things any kind of way for years, and some of them are working out, some of them are not working out. And we're saying there's no need for all of that anymore. Where there is strategy on the table to get, there is a map. So we don't have to go blindly and be looking for a way to go. There is a roadmap. Follow the roadmap. We get to our destination faster and be done with it. We keep reminding you guys, you're the one holding yourself hostage. You're the one pretending like nothing is being done. You're the one waiting for a white person to come and tell you how to get your freedom. You're the one waiting for the UN to come and rescue you. You're the one doing all of these things to you when Nina's has shown you guys the way. Way to follow, way to get where we're going so that we can come out of the wilderness and be done with it. But if you know they hear what Mrs. Star, Mr. Gente, you know they hear at all. When it comes to either you spend millions and millions, you will sit at home, you will be dancing in your church, you will be fasting and praying, you will be running mad everywhere, or whatever you're doing. At the end of the day, you're still in the same place. And we're saying, please follow the strategy on the table. It's a no-brainer. It's not that difficult. Open your eyes, open your heart, open your mind. Stop waiting for some fake things that you think will materialize over time. Stop telling yourself somebody else is going to do it. Let me continue in my way, especially those of us that are capable of doing so. Because back home now, there are people that cannot even find a one square meal to eat. But what about those of us that can eat and even gain weight? What are we doing with our time and our resources and our efforts? It's a time like this. It's a time like this that you should supposed to show God the goodness. If you really believe in that God that you guys are calling upon every time, this is the time for you to use your talent, your resources, your treasure to begin to do good for your community, for the greater good. Not just to happen to for somebody else to earn it here or earn it there, but for the greater good, for you to say, I'm putting my resources and my time and my treasure and whatever out there to make sure that everybody will have it good. That's what we should be doing at this point in time. So our phone number is listed there if you want to call in. And Fumi Tola, why don't you call in? You are writing so much. I can't keep up with it. So you can call in and give us your 2 cents, Fumi Tola, so that our people will hear from you. I've posted the link for the StreamYard if you want to join, or you can call. The number there is +1 774 338 0942. By the way, this number you can call it in as a WhatsApp or a phone number. So that will be your choice. So call in and give us your 2 cents. Um, Miss this space now in the US. Okay, I don't know what that one is all about. So please go ahead and call us in and give us your 2 cents. If not, we'll just wrap it up. The good news here at the end of the day, if not for anything, because some people are getting this thing confused no matter how much you talk, because their mind is blocked. They will say, are you constructing and deconstructing? Are you writing constitution? And they will forget all the things that we are told, that the country there's no, the nation or whatever called Nigeria does not exist anymore. We need a time ban transition and we need a referendum. They will never hear that step. All they're hearing is constructing and deconstructing. Why? I don't know. Like my sister said, it's either you're not being honest with yourself or you're just that deceitful. We need to begin to follow the due process. By the way, the video that we played today is on YouTube. We'll place it. I will place it on the Daughters of Truth Facebook page, so that if you want to understand the five-point demand, is up there for you to understand. Maybe if you watch it over and over again, then you will not be talking about deconstructing and reconstructing while we are talking about, uh, getting our new referendum for people to decide, what they want. Even the UN, the American repertoire, right, was the one that said that the Constitution is a pressure cooker for injustice. They know, every one of them know.
Yeah, the UN repertoire. Yes.
Yeah, so they are waiting for they are into Afghanistan now. So don't think they're going to make you priority. You have to make yourself priority. They already told you that your constitution is non-functional, that it will not work. It's a sure way for the Taliban to come and take over the party house in your neighborhood and be dancing with their AK-47.
It's going to happen if they don't do anything. That's the next thing. They will move to Aso Rock. The other time they went to their military headquarters. That tells you that they are in charge. They have all these things. They have already positioned you, put holes in everything. That is in charge of the state tools. Everything that you need to run that country, they're already in charge of it. So the next step is to run into Aso Rock. And when they'll go to National Assembly, the day they will enter, all those your people will fly away. They're like wind. They will disappear. What will happen when they enter Aso Rock? We're asking you. You know, most of the things we say here, before you know it happens. What will you do? Sleep and wake up and hear that Boko Haram, ISWAP, they've entered National Assembly or they've entered Aso Rock. You know, Buhari will just open the door and give them a handshake and say, thank you, be waiting for you, sir. Can come in.
President Bubu.
Which room do you want?
President Bubu will be waiting for them.
Bubu, he asked them, which room do you want? You want my room? Or my wife's room? It's also open. Do you want that? Or you want the other room?
I know. Or you want the other room or even the kitchen, where his wife is hiding. He will give them the key. And you know what they do? Every time they test the ground, they go to the military place and then blow it up. People will say, hey, yeah, Chineke, they blow up the military place. And some person will come out and say, I'm federal. I know what is going on. They've been opening up that place for prayer and this and this. And then
Every
everybody will
Friday.
settle down.
Yes.
And then think nothing is happening. And then they will hit the next target and see the reaction of the people. Mind you, that's how they took over our land. I remember as a child growing up where they will have Nama. Every time Nama will be injuring children. The parents will be at work, will be outside playing. All of a sudden, the one Nama will come out, not even one, 3 or 4 Namas will come out from nowhere, chasing children. People will fall and break their arms, and mothers are in the market, fathers are in the market. There's no really any adult around. There will be injury. Remember, boys, a lot of them that broke their arms and broke their legs. Nobody was asking questions. Next week, the same thing will happen again. The other week, the same thing will happen again. They were using this Nama to GPS our land, pretending like they are selling Nama, but all they're doing is taking it to the backyard. And now they have the motorcycle to even get a better GPS with their phone, not even remembering. And the phone is capturing all this GPS. And what we are doing, we are busy buying the Nama. If you come back, if you're the unlucky one that get injured, your mother will say, I told you not to go outside anymore. That's it. You may get a dirty slap on top of that. And it's been ongoing. Now they have tested, they went from kidnapping kids at school to going to the military base. Next time it will be like my sister said, it will be it will be the House of Assembly. And then Aso Rock will be their final destination before they come and then start getting the politicians one by one, like one of their brothers anticipated. Sister, you're muted. Or am I muted?
Yeah, yes, I'm saying it's me that muted myself. It's part of the plan, my sister. The plan, somebody wrote that they will start from ungoverned spaces. And then from ungoverned spaces, they will enter the rural areas. And then from there, they enter the city. So they have come in there in the city. The next thing is they will go to National Assembly, and those ones, there's nothing, no protection. They will use ordinary whip, otari. They will all use cane. All of them will run. They have come. Now, if they will chim you here, they will all run and disappear. Then they will go to Aso Rock. Boo Boo will open the other room for them and say, come here. These are the children's room. This is the kitchen. He'll take them he'll take them the tour. He'll do a tour. He'll be their tour guide and take them around the Aso Rock, and hand over officially to them. And we're asking our people, so what will happen when that happens? You see why we're telling
The
you.
English-speaking sons and professors will be out of town. Their houses are here in Houston waiting for them, by the way. They will be out of town before you know it. So I hope a lot of you have purchased your jihad. Hopefully you get the colorful ones, not the black ones. Let's do something now before it's too late. Let's do something now. So stop getting confused about constitutional force majeure. Stop getting confused about the 5 points demand. Stop getting confused about the time-back transition. Stop getting confused about the referendum. Stop getting confused about what is needed. By the way, LNC do have a website. NINAS do have a website. We also have a website called Freedom from Nigeria. So you have all these multiple websites for you to understand these things if you really want to. You call yourself a pastor, a whatever, a mother, a sister, brother. Go and learn these things. Stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending as if nothing is happening, because at the end of the day, your blood will flow. Buhari said it. Monkeys and baboons' blood will flow on the street. Isn't that how he said it? Blood will flow on the street. Don't let it be your blood. This is the time. This is the time for us to do something. We can no longer wait and continue to go to midweek services and Sunday services and all these things and listening to random people when something is on the table for us to stop this madness. And Sister Okwi, I love the way you mentioned how when these things are done, once we have this transition government in place, everything will change like it didn't. You wouldn't even, by the time it happens consistently for 3 months, you wouldn't even know there was a time there was insecurity in that space. When all those ungoverned spaces is taken over.
Right, Tony,
So go ahead.
yeah, it seems that there's a call coming in from here. Let me see if you'll call again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's how quickly it will end. It's a matter of us deciding that we no longer want to do these things with these people, follow the process, get people to understand that sovereignty
Okay,
belongs to them.
you want to talk to the people? Hello?
We can hear, Sisekwe.
Yeah, my dear. Okay. Can you read it out? I'm putting you on speaker. Is it okay?
No, no, no. You. No, you. No, you.
Okay. 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 No problem. I was trying to look at it. So, Samuna,
Yes.
he wrote some things and he wanted the people to. Do you want to read it?
Yes. Okay. Once the 1999 Constitution is taken down, the toxic unitary union erected upon that Constitution is immediately at the end, and the sovereignties previously confiscated by that Constitution reversed instantly, capitalized, to the trapped constituent components of Nigeria. For those who suggest that the most urgent business of now to grab guns to defend themselves in their communities, let it be known that it is the Caliphate imposed 1999 constitution that prohibits and criminalizes the possession and use of where am I? Okay, the thing
Position.
it won't let me see the rest of it.
Okay, that
So
the position.
yes, it won't let I can't see the rest of it.
Can you
Stop
see
that.
it? Is the 19 Constitution that criminalizes possession and the use of firearms by the
Okay.
indigenous nationalities? Am I coming out?
Yes.
Of
Yes.
nationalities of Nigeria, currently being slaughtered by the invading Fulanese. So is that 1999 constitution that is stopping you from being armed, that is stopping your governors? Autumn, we keep saying, allow me to be armed, allow me to be armed. They will not allow you to be armed, Autumn. You are the one that will embrace constitutional force majeure and then do what you're supposed to do. You are the executive security, you are the security officer of your state. So you are the one that will embrace constitutional force majeure and move. The same thing with all the governors in the south, the alliance area. The Fulanese will not allow you to be armed. They will disarm you. Because constitutional force majeure has been done, and you just need to embrace it and then arm your people. You are supposed to do it. So I continue to read. The crushing of the 1999 Constitution immediately removes that impediment, that is the prohibition and criminalization of possession of firearms. That is what that constitutional force majeure does, meaning that there will be nothing standing between the constitution, the constituent nationalities, and the possession and use of firearms to defend themselves and their homelands. This is the process. We told you that this thing is process. You follow process. If you don't follow due process, you are doing yourself. So the key to taking down the already repudiated 1999 constitution right now is to halt the voyage to 2023 electoral round inside 2021. That electoral move to 2023 election. You have to stop it now in this 2021. Our tax, now listen to our tax, those that say way forward. Our tax now to free ourselves is reduced to one item. One item. What is that one item? Halt the political parties now. That's in 2021. from dragging us to elections in 2023, which reinforces the 1999 Constitution. We told you on this platform that every 4 years, that national election that you keep going for reinforces the 1999 Constitution. You are accepting it and stamping it every 4 years by yourself.
Wow.
So what you need to do now is to say, tell the Judas goats, all those your political elites that are making money from you, that they will not drag you to Fulani organized 2023 election. INEC belongs to Fulani. Fulani belongs to INEC. They are one and one. How about one name? INEC is Fulani. Fulani is INEC. So if you allow INEC and Fulanis to keep conducting election for you, you will not do anything. You cannot put your candidate. For more that is speaking English. In our English. You are there speaking English. Fulanis are conquering you without English. Fulanis did not go to Harvard, yet they are doing all the things about leadership for their Fulani nation. It's not leadership vacuum that is in Nigeria. What is happening in Nigeria is that Fulanis want to take over. How can I say it for this man to hear? Can somebody tell Mongalu that the problem is not leadership vacuum? The problem is Fulanization, Islamization. The Fulanis are not allowing you to come in because they know that if you come in, you will not allow Fulanization.
Even if you come in, you'll be under them.
Mongalu will never get in. Fulanis will never allow you to get in. If they ever allow you to come close, they will kill you. Immediately you get close, they start killing you immediately. Slow poison. They are not joking about the Fulanization agenda because that Fulanization agenda is going to help them to conquer the whole Africa and the whole world. You can hear them in Afghanistan telling you that this is what they want to do, that they want to Islamize the whole world. They're not joking. They're saying these things, and my people are speaking English and doing conferences and deceiving my people with stupid things that does not make sense. Stop this, please. So we are saying the only task that we have now is to stop that voyage to 2023 election, the general election. It is this year that you stop it in 2021. We are not telling you to wait in 2023 and say we will not vote, no election, no referendum. That's not what we are saying. We are saying in this 2021 is when you're going to call your political parties, all those Judas goats, call them to order. Tell them, see, we are not going for you to go and use our name to conduct another election in 2023. This transition that we are saying, we want you to put it here now in 2021. Go into transition now. Now, 2023 is very far. Boko Haram will not wait for you till 2023.
They don't know what is coming, my dear. They just
if you are there waiting for 2020, Boko Haram is going to take over Aso Rock, take over National Assembly. Everything will be taken over.
And blood will flow.
And blood will flow. So, if you know anything good for yourself, suspend every plan towards 2023 election. Rather, push them to put transition in place. We are transiting from no constitution to referendum. The transitional government will supervise the ethnic referendums. So we decide who is a Nigerian. And then when you do that, then you begin some will do charter of relationship, some will do constitution. At the federal level, every federation is a union of other constitutions. We had it in Nigeria before. So like what we're telling you is not new. Every region that is going to be part of a new nation, we do their own constitution, then you bring the constitution together. It's a union of constitutions. But the people have to do it first at the grassroots. Constitution making starts from grassroots to the top, not from top to down. We will do things the right way. And like we said, we are not begging you because we have these agents on the other corner helping us from the other side. As we are telling you, come, let's do things the right way, they are not speaking English. They are coming with their AK-47. Massacre. They are coming. So the earlier you hear what we're saying, we are not anarchists. We are here to do things the proper way. But if you do Ntiechi, Anonti, Mr. and Mr. Egenti, Boko Haram, ISWAP, Afghanistan, Taliban, Anine, they are coming. Your prayer and fasting will not stop this.
That did you already? They already have all of them. They already have a jet that can jet them out of that place at the slightest, confrontation. So keep praying, keep wishing. If you're a pastor, this is the time to start preaching to your people, to your church members about the sovereignty being returned back to them, about this time bound transition that we are talking about referendum. This is not you've been reading James Genesis through Revelation for 100 years. Yeah, amen. The fire on the mountain is still on. Can you tell our people how they can get their freedom? Can you begin to tell market women, look, where this is how these things work? Can we begin to go out there and influence our people to begin to change their mindset? Can you speak the language that they understand? Because we don't have any time. They have left all the sophisticated weapons for them. They are using. I mean, now the opening here. Your country is getting how the guy described is fluid. Anybody can come in. It's a place where water, rat, goat can come in. Before you know it, we are talking about AK-47. They will even have another worse than AK-47 coming your way. Compliments of the USA left for the Afghans. They will come and use it because they say they want to Islamize you. They are not hiding it too. So you can speak all the English you want because right now they are doing their little experiment to see where soft, spots that they can hit here and there while people are still thinking all is well. And then they will come and round everybody up. While Molua or whatever his name is speaking English from in a auditorium somewhere. They will come and capture, yeah, capture it. And the funny thing, have you ever seen a rich man being treated like a criminal? My day, it's not a pretty sight because they don't know how to be a common person.
Yes.
When you reduce them, you will see that these people are the most ugliest set of people you've ever set your eyes. They will look so pathetic.
Yes.
They wouldn't even know to handle it because a hustler, the poor boy that grew up hustling on the road, probably the police have already beaten him 20 times in his head. So his head has normalized to
Yes.
take abuse. People like Mall, when only one slap, his face will be this big.
No, the chick will just do like this. It will
You
level.
will you
Champa.
won't recognize
It will go
himself
champa.
anymore. So begin to follow them, then or get into their brand new cars that they order from America and they living their lifestyle and with their security, way. Begin to follow all those facade until it dawns on you that this whole thing is fake. And we're saying it doesn't have to be that way. We can stop all these things this quickly if only we follow the right attitude, the right strategy. Nina's is the only way out for us right now. Nina's is the only strategy for us to embark on. Nina's is the only thing that is when you talk about lifesaver. Nina is the only lifesaver that we have right now. And we cannot say God did not try to save us. He did. We just refuse to follow his pathway. So we will not have God to blame at the end of the day. Our God is good. He's good enough to have someone think ahead 21 years ago while we are chopping our money and dancing and eating national moi moi and national cake. Somebody was doing the work. And now we are at the end of the thing and you say you don't want to listen. What will be will be. I'm just praying, hoping, wishing that we'll do better and not let our faith be the blood that will flow on the streets. All right, sister, let's round up.
May God help us. Do you have there's a website where people can donate money if they want? Because freedom is not free of charge. That people have been donating and running this. It doesn't mean that you don't need money to do it. We need money to do it. And sometimes some people, in fairness to people have been calling and asking, how can I be part of it? Some people with platforms, please, how can I donate? So there's a website with donate button, even membership also for LNC. You could get there, pick the one that is your category. We are not forcing our people. We want our people to learn to be responsible. You are the one that will do the right thing. You will sponsor your freedom, but we want it to come from your heart, for you understanding that you need to do this, why you need to do it, so that because we are building a nation. And then we also have the rally that is coming up in New York. Is Nina's rally. Everyone is expected to be there. We have been sending posters out and flyers out for people to be part of it. What that is part of the sensitization, part of the mobilization, why work is going on. So everything is working for the way we are supposed to do it. We're not rascals. We are people that are intelligent and we know what we can do. And that's what we're telling our people. Please stop making yourself a victim. You go and position yourself for these criminals to shoot you. There's no need for it. There is no need. You will die. We'll still go where we're going. We are moving on. They cannot stop us because we are standing on the right. What we are doing is the right thing. There's defense, there's even self-defense in what we're still doing. So don't think that if you go by yourself and stand for them to shoot you, then one day our land will be conquered. No, we are working. We are here, we are following the right way. When the real thing comes, the enemy will not even stand. So that's the poster for us. You can see our fathers. You can see Professor Akintoye representing the Yanomo Odua, the Yoruba, the Southwest. And you can see our Professor Yusuf representing Middle Belt, and then you can see Barrister Tony Nadi representing Lower Niger Congress. We have shown you people these three blocks that have formed alliance. We are doing the Million Man March. Some people say, Million Man, what of women? He's human being as a man. So it's all of us, both men, women, children, expected to be there. It's our freedom march, going to prove to the world that we are ready to take our freedom in our hands. And don't be afraid. Nobody will do anything to anybody. There's some audio ahead. Somebody say, oh, they're going to start. I don't even know what the woman was saying. I'm like, you think America is an ungovernable space where they will just be carrying people, put inside bag and going and nobody will stop them. No, such things are not. But that does not mean that you should not be attentive in your environment. Be aware of your environment. Be aware of where you are. Not just be a naive person. Let your eye, if you need to call 911, you need to call police on anybody. If you suspect any movement, you call police on the person and you take care of the person. So please, when you're going, go with all confidence. Be ready to march for your freedom because we are doing all this together and there's nothing anybody can stop. We're not begging them. It is our right. We are taking back our sovereignty. The sovereignty belongs to the people. We are taking it back. How difficult is it to understand this simple thing? It is our sovereignty. We don't need to be killed for it. We're not going to die for it. If there's anybody that will die, it will be the enemy, not us.
Amen.
So we will know what is right and we will do what is right and we'll follow the protocol, we'll follow the process. You go around, walk up and down, shout on the radio. When you finish, you come on the table for discussion. Why not start on the table? Let's discuss. Let's get our freedom, a long-lasting freedom. We are taking it. We are not waiting for them to give us. It is ours. They try to steal it. We are saying, Wetapa, take, take. I want to take it. Give me. That is when you tell somebody, give me back. When you say give me back, in my culture, in English means as if you are begging. In my culture, when they say weta, it has with force. Like if you are not bringing, I'm taking it from your hand as I'm collecting it. So it's not like I'm begging you. Sometimes English waters some of these intentions down.
Except for the criminal ones, like money laundering, right?
Mhm.
My ego and assignment.
So we say with that is we're taking it from their hands. We're taking it from their hands. Okay, I'll demand my sister. One, take care. Take
All
care of
right, our
you.
people, thank you all so much for joining us. We have that donate button. If you do have the time, no matter how little, please put into this. This process is being run by people that are not millionaires because the millionaires are not part of this. So when I keep telling you guys, they have their jet fuel, they have their houses locked up in the neighborhood all over the places. They are ready, their children are not even home, they are here already. So let's not think there's some random person doing this thing. No random person is doing it. It's you, and me. We cannot allow one person to be using their resources to do this when this is all our self determination that we are looking for. So whatever that you can input in there, please do so. Now we have a good platform where you can, and it gives you automatic receipts where you can keep track of your spending. So we thank you guys so much. We'll also put that link on our Facebook page to so you can have easier access at a better time. So thank you all so much. We will see you guys next week.